Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. I'm looking at my comments right now. Y'all are cracking me up this morning. Yeah. You can even look at this picture here from St. Petersburg. It just looks hot. It looks steamy. You can't even see the blue skies out there, all that moisture overhead. You can just really see it out there today. It feels disgusting outside. And that's the forecast for today. Not just here, but throughout some parts of the country too. They are really feeling the heat. And we're feeling the same this morning. I'm Meteorologist Robertson bringing you a quick update, forecast update for today. And we're going to chit-chat about what's going on here locally and really what's ahead for the rest of the week here. And the thing is, the name of the game is going to be the heat over the next few days. We're not really going to see much relief, unfortunately, but there will be some relief eventually, just not anytime soon. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and I will address them as soon as I can here. It's funny because I forgot who said it, but they said it's so hot outside it should be a crime. And I agree. Someone should get arrested for this. Don't know who. But you can see our current temperatures right now. Upper 80s. Frank is asking for temps and dew points. Here they are. Upper 80s across the area. Some spots already hitting 90 like Zephyr Hills, 90 degrees, 91 in Plant City, 90 in Valrico. It's not even noon yet. Still morning time. So we're already feeling the heat. Zooming out, you can see the full scope here, full picture. 92 in Bartow, 90 in Lakewood Ranch. Feel light temperatures though, add on that humidity. It feels a lot warmer than 90 degrees. It feels close to 100 in Tampa. We have a heat index right now at 99 degrees, 101 in Carrollwood, 103 in Riverview, 105 in Bartow. Dew points, that is an important factor in the forecast too. I'm just looking at my graphic here, about to load it. Why can I not zoom in here? What's going on? There we go. Current dew points. I'll show you the dew points across the country here, and that is really just playing a factor into the heat, not just here, but throughout much of the lower 48 across. You can see where the dividing line is of where the dry air is across the country and where all of that humidity is. And you can see it's just from Texas, from the Great Lakes, all the way to the east. Dew point in Tampa, 76 degrees. That is oppressive humidity. 76 in New Orleans, 74 in Atlanta right now. So everyone is really feeling the heat and humidity today, which is why we have another round of heat alerts across the country. You can see, I'm not sure that 120 million people, this is the graphic from yesterday, but you can see where the area has shifted here a little bit. I'm actually going to zoom in. Oopsies. This thing has been so glitchy today. I'll show you where the heat alerts are. Now, just Levy County and our area, well, it's kind of just out of our viewing area here, you can see is in that heat advisory, and that stretches all the way to the eastern coast of Florida, northern eastern coast of Florida, all the way up to Jacksonville and the Panhandle. So they're really feeling the steaminess today. We are going to be too, but we're not in that heat advisory level criteria just yet. But you really need to take your time outside, take it easy, because we're going to feel those high heat effects today. And then the areas in the pink under an excessive heat warning. You can see central Georgia there and a lot of the Midwest from Chicago all the way down to Cincinnati and Charleston, Kentucky, or is that not Kentucky, West Virginia. Excessive heat warnings. It's just going to be a steamy day across much of the country. Once again, one of the reasons why we have this area of high pressure, this heat dome that is sprawling. It's a really strong ridge of high pressure. underneath high pressure, you have sinking air. Sinking air compresses, and when it compresses, it heats up. So you can see underneath where that dome of high pressure is, those temperatures are in those triple digits, upper 90s. But of course, when you add on that humidity, you saw those dew points in the mid to upper 70s in some spots. It's going to make it feel like 100 and 105, that apparent temperature. So when we talk about those feel-like temperatures, it's not really for play. You know, we really take that seriously because that is what your body is feeling out there. And it's not very subjective. People say that, though, the feel-like temperatures are not going to impact me because everybody is different. To a certain extent, but it's a scientific reason why we use a heat index when we're talking about a day like this. So the air temperature really does not tell the full story when you add on that humidity there. You can have a temperature, let's say in the West Coast, where there's not a lot of humidity, 100 degrees, but it's not going to feel like Tampa has never gotten to 100 degrees, but it's not going to feel like a Texas 100 degrees when you don't have that moisture in the air. So that's why we're taking things really seriously here. That's why we had those heat advisories in effect to really get people to understand how serious this heat can be. And if you're wanting some relief from the heat, we're not really going to see much heading into next week. Here's your temperature outlook. There is a high chance that temperatures will remain above normal throughout parts of the deep south and parts of central United States, and that stretches all the way down to Florida too. So really not getting much relief as we head into next week. Really the only relief we'll really see here for us locally will be a few of those afternoon downpours. And I'm telling you right now, rain chances over the next few days are not significant, nothing really widespread, but we do have a good shot of seeing a few showers and storms roll through today. We still have enough moisture in the atmosphere. We have that upper level energy that's going to be moving into the state, so that could help to produce a few scattered showers and storms. And I'll show you the futurecast here. You can see most of your morning looking good, but you can start to see those showers bubbling up a little bit around 3 to 4 o'clock. So that can cool us off a little bit. All right, so that's really kind of our relief here. But you can see this is around 5 o'clock, a few scattered showers about the area, mainly inland at first, but these showers will push towards the coast. They'll start to fall apart a little bit as they push towards the coast, but some of our coastal communities can get a little downpour later on today. So between the window of, I would say, 2 to 3 o'clock to about 8 to 9 o'clock, that's our best shot for a few showers. Overnight, I will see those showers dissipate. It will clear out pretty well. And heading into Thursday, you can see very dry throughout your morning. So without that rain, that will allow for temperatures to climb once again. And as we get into the afternoon, a few showers will start to bubble up here. But this is not too significant. Oh, well, look at 6:30. This is our newest model run here. It is showing a little more rain pushing in here as you get into 6 or 7 o'clock. So a nice, healthy downpour is possible. But this is so later on in the day that this is not going to be significantly cooling. I mean, it's going to help, but it's not going to be like a midday shower that will help to really drop those temperatures. This is around 7 o'clock, and by this time we're already cooling down slowly, but we're cooling down. So a shower or two is possible as we head into this Thursday afternoon. Then Friday, very much the same. Not a lot of rain in the morning, not a lot of rain in the early afternoon, but a few showers could fire up early evening and into our night. So not big rain chances this week. Mainly our rain chances will be later on in the day. And throughout the weekend, looks like we'll bump up a little bit with our rain chances, just a little bit. So more scattered showers and maybe a storm or two is possible as you head into the weekend. Hey Jeff, he said he saw that there will be another heat wave next week. Yeah, I just showed that temperature outlook. Another dome of high pressure is just going to set up across the southeast and across the central United States. So really just not really getting a big relief from the heat, unfortunately, which really does stink, especially for people who may not have a place to go. They have to stay outside. They don't have AC. So that's why it's good to make sure that we're checking in on everyone, checking in on our elderly community who may be at home, making sure that they have a strong AC, a powerful AC, make sure they have ice cold water, and reducing your time outside. That's really, really important too. Keith says, yikes. Hey Joe, says happy Wednesday, and outside it is yucky. That really is, and that's really the story for today. Frank said, dew points do make the difference. And a pool day or a beach day is absolutely the best bet. Especially heading to the beach. Yeah, it's still going to be toasty out there, but those are our coolest spots. Getting closer and closer to the water, where the bay influences the temperatures. That's where you want to go. I'll show you the temperatures in the water around the bay. And they are, of course, lower than temperatures. Where's my marine forecast? They are a little lower than our temperatures, of course, the air temperatures there. So 89 degrees at the Gulf. That's kind of around where our temperatures will be at the coast today. So getting away from that heat, we want to head to the beach. You can see Clearwater Beach out here looking absolutely beautiful today, but you can kind of zoom in and see all these little specks of black. Those are all the people trying to get relief from the heat. This early, usually around this time, yeah, people are starting to come out to the beach, but it's not as packed yet, but you can see people are just rushing to the coast today. And I don't blame them. Try to get a little bit of relief, a little dip in the water, cool you off a little bit. And yeah, Frank says, keep those pets inside. Yeah, keep the pets inside, those little puppers. They don't want to be out there if they're hot. If you're hot, they're hot. Especially people that have like huskies and stuff. They're not from here. They can't do this heat. Bring them inside. You don't want them to have any heat-related illnesses. So that happens to pets too. And walking out on that asphalt there, yeah, those little doggy shoes really do help. Their little paws. Hopefully they can walk in more grass than the pavement, obviously, because those grounds are really, really hot when we have days like this. So take care of the pets, take care of the kids, take care of yourself, take care of our senior community, all the people who could really be impacted by this heat here. That is our main story for today. Relatively speaking, you know, some people were like, oh, this is typical for this time of year. Not really. It's hot here, obviously. Like, it's Florida. It's June in Florida. It's supposed to be steamy and just hot. But in this case, our normal high is 91 degrees. We're going to hit a high today of 95 and stay 95 throughout the rest of the week. So this is above average, and you may not think that's a huge difference in temperatures there, but when you get into this time of year, every degree counts. And when you have a high of 95 degrees, when you have those dew points in those mid to upper 70s, you have the heat index there. That's the factor. So the higher your air temperature, really the hotter it's going to feel, obviously, but a 4-degree increase from a normal temperature, that's a little bit unnormal. I mean, that's unseasonably warm. And that's why we're kind of emphasizing, you know, take your time out there. I'm trying to find my heat index graphic here so we can, here we go, is this it? This might be it. All right, so here's your forecast heat and, oh, it's just lit up in pink. Pink is not what we want to see. We don't want to see pink. But you can see throughout the rest of your afternoon, this is for the entire state of Florida here, so not just here in Tampa, but for the whole state, the heat index will be above 100 in most spots, especially north of I-4. Look at the Panhandle. Panama City, even so close to the water. 104 degrees is what it's going to feel like outside. When you step outside, that's what your skin feels. 105 in Tallahassee, but 100 in Tampa. As you get inland, like in Polk County, Hardy, DeSoto, and Highlands County, even some parts of inland Hillsborough County, closer to 105, maybe even 108 in some spots. There's no heat advisory, at least here throughout the Tampa Bay area, but we're very, 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 very close to that. You don't even need a heat advisory for you to deal with a heat-related illness, heat stroke, heat exhaustion. So yeah, reduce your time outside. Take a lot of breaks. Especially if you're in our inland spots today and you're not really getting much relief from a sea breeze or from the influence of the Gulf of Mexico, where it's a little bit cooler over there, a little bit, but not a lot. So that, you know, is kind of it for me. You know, it's not, you know, a very complicated forecast for today. We're watching out for a couple of showers and storms later on this afternoon and through this evening, but no widespread rain is in store throughout the day. It's going to be a mainly dry day, especially if you get into the next couple of hours. For your lunchtime, still looking pretty quiet. I'm going to show you here on our satellite and radar. You can see there's just nothing on here, nothing at all. So that's really going to allow for those temperatures to soar. So you can enjoy your lunch without having to run into a downpour, it looks like. But you may not want to eat your lunch outside. Or maybe just have a nice, I don't know, a salad or something that's a little more cooling. I'm over here, I have coffee that's hot, which was kind of stupid. I ordered that today and I was like, why not get an iced coffee? Like every other Floridian here, but clearly, I don't know any better. So a hot day is in store. I'm gonna leave it on the 7-day forecast here really quickly so you can plan out the rest of your week. So your midweek, steamy, and you see we're not gonna see much relief as we head into the weekend. Pretty busy weekend. Father's Day, Juneteenth. Temperatures will be steamy on your Sunday, and there's a chance, a slightly better chance for a few showers and a storm or two getting into a Sunday afternoon. So let's keep that in mind if you have any Father's Day plans or maybe some cookouts, whatever you have planned for your weekend. Those rain chances go up a little bit. But we still have a good chance to see some rain today. And every day this week, there's a good rain chance, but it's going to be at the time of day where it's not going to really help us cool down significantly. When we get those heavy downpours throughout part of our afternoon, especially if they have a lot of rain associated with it, that could bring a temperature that is in the lower to mid 90s down to the 70s pretty quickly. So we like to see those downpours, like to see the additional cloud cover because that really does limit the amount of heating that we get throughout the day, but it's just not one of those weeks. So not a lot of rain, cool air to work with this week. That is it for me, friends. I'm going to go back to this live shot here, and I will be back later on today, of course, chit-chatting. No, I'll go back to this one, actually. That's better. Amphitheater, once again, looking out at the bay. You can just see the moisture in the air. That's the type of day we're going to have. I'll be back later on this afternoon. We'll have more of a time to talk a little bit about tropics, which there's not much going on at this point, at least here. That's going to concern us, which is good. We'll chat about tropics. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about this heat, and if there's any storms on the radar, we'll be tracking those at that time. In the meantime, have a great day. Stay hydrated, and I'll see you soon. And hi Jackie, stay hydrated too. Please, friends, we don't want to hear about anybody passing out because of the heat. That will be unfortunate. All right, see you soon. Bye.